simple interest. Calculate the simple interest earned on an investment of $5,000 at 4% per annum meaning per year, for 3 years. So if I think about it, the formula I have is I equals PRN, where P is my principal, so that's what I start with, and in this case it's $5,000. R is my interest rate, which in this case is 4%, and I'm writing that as a fraction. And N are my time periods, and in this case it's 3 years. So all I simply do is I substitute all of these numbers into my formula, and then I pick up my calculator, and I come up with the answer, and in this case I get $600. Now the thing to note on simple interest is this is the interest only. Part B says, what will this investment be worth at maturity? So after 3 years. So after 3 years, what we will have is we'll actually have the amount of money I placed into the bank account, which is $5,000, and the interest that it is earned, which is $600. So altogether, I get $5,600. So let's have a look at the next one. $12,000 is invested for 5 years at 9.5% per annum, simple interest. Calculate the value of this investment at the end of the term. So once again, my principal is $12,000. My interest rate is 9.5%, so I'm going to write that as a fraction. And my time period is 5 years. So per annum's years, my time period is years. So now I'm going to substitute into my formula I equals PRN, and I'm just going to place all of those numbers in there. And if I have a look at this, I pick up my calculator and I get the answer of $5,700. So that is what my investment is, that is what the interest is. Now, if I read the question, it says calculate the value of this investment at the end of the term. This is just the interest that I have earned. So what it's now worth is going to be the amount of money I put in there, which is $12,000, plus the interest that it is earned over 5 years, which is $5,700. So if I add those two numbers together, I get $17,700. So having a look at some more questions. Calculate the simple interest of an investment earned of $7,600 at 5.2% per annum, so per year, but I'm only investing it for 9 months. So writing down the information I have my principal, I know my interest rate, which is 5.2%, and that is per year. But my time periods are given in months. There's 9 months. But I know there are 12 months in a year. So now my time period is in years. I can use my formula. I equals my principal, which is $7,600, times my interest rate, multiplied by my time periods. And if I work that out on my calculator, I get an answer of $296.40. And that's how easy it is. Now, the thing we need to keep in mind is we always need everything in the same units. Now, here's another question. And this question says, how long to the nearest month will it take to earn $650 simple interest if $8,375 is invested at 6.25%? So here I am now told my interest, which is $650. My principal is $8,375. My interest rate is 6.25%. And I'm asked to find my time period N. So using my formula, I equals PRN, I'm now going to substitute those numbers in, 650, 8,375. My interest rate is 6.25 over 100, and N are my time periods. Now, in order to do this, I would probably do this part on my calculator first. So if I was to work just that first part out on my calculator, I get 523.4375 N. And now you can see I have an easy equation which I can solve. So I'm going to divide by 523.4375. So N becomes 650 divided by that 523.4375. And what I end up getting is I get 1.24375. That's what N is, and I'm going to say that's 1.2 years. And here's another question that's quite similar. We have Anna investing a principal amount, which is 3,500. And we're told our time period is 4.5 years, so I might just write that as 4.5. And we know it has grown to $4,185.12. Now that's what it's now worth. But I need to know how much interest I've earned. So if my investment is worth $4,185.12 and the amount of money that I invested was $3,500, if I was to work this out, I would get $685.12. And this is the amount of interest that has been earned. So now using my formula, I equals PRN, because remember this interest is not what the value of my investment is worth, it's just the amount of interest I've earned. Now in this case, we've just worked out that $685.12. My principal is $3,500. My rate I'm trying to find, but I always put my rate over 100. And my time periods we know are 4.5. Now, on my calculator, in your calculator, what I would like you to do is I would like you to do this part first. We've got 3,500. This line here means divided by 100 and times by 4.5. And that will get rid of all of these numbers into a simple form. When I place that into my calculator, I now get 685.12 equals the answer to that, which is 157.5 R. Now to find R by itself, you can see I've got a small equation. So I'm going to divide 685.12 by that 157.5, and that gives me R. And R is, from my calculator, 4.35%. And that's simple interest.